I'm Mariah, and we will be walking you through the digestive, excretory, and muscular system of our rats named Bloaty. The Rattus norvegicus is a Norwegian white rat.
First, we'll be showing you the whiskers of the rat, which is known as the vertebrae. They are right here. Inferior to the vertebrae is the incisors, which are the rat's teeth. Next is the pinna, which is the external part of the ear, which is right about there. The final part from our external features is the nictitating membrane, which is the inner eyelid, located here.
Now we'll be moving on to the specific systems. First, we'll be showing you the muscles. Our first area will be the biceps and triceps brachii, which are a lot like the human. Here's the bicep, and here's the tricep. This will be a bicep, and this will be a tricep on a human. Next is the spinal trapezius, which is located on the dorsal side of the rat. Located right next to it is the latissimus dorsi, right in this area. The next area we'll talk about are two parts located in the leg region of the rat, the biceps femoris and the gastrocnemius. This will be the biceps femoris, and this will be the gastrocnemius. The biceps femoris is located here in the dorsal to the leg, and the gastrocnemius is located interior to that. The final part of the muscle region is the external oblique, which is located on the ventral side of the rat. The external obliques are more commonly known as abs, which are located on a human right here.
Our next system that we'll be talking about is the digestive system. Now, you guys may or may not know, but the digestive system is very similar to the ones on a human, even though it may be different on a rat. We'll first start out by talking about the esophagus. This esophagus is located very deep into the body's surface on the rat and is located right down here. Next to the esophagus is a liver. Now, as you can see, the liver is very similar to a human's and works in some of the same ways. Next, we'll talk about the stomach. Located here. The stomach is located in the abdominal cavity and acts as a form of digestion deep in below the body's surface. Next, we'll move on to the small intestine. Right in here. Food travels through this long but small intestine, which is normally 20 feet long in a human, but as you can see, Bloaty's small intestine is not quite that long. Connected with the small intestine is the mesentery, which looks like this. As you can see, it looks just like a bunch of webbing. Moving on is the large intestine, which acts as a buddy to the small. The large intestine is nowhere near as long as the small and acts as a form of absorption. It is also located inferior to the liver, which is right here. Now we will show you the cecum, which sort of works with the large intestine as well and helps the body absorb water. It's located right here. Now we will show you the spleen. You will always be able to find it by the small banana shape it makes, which is right here. The final two parts of the digestive system that we'll be showing is the pancreas, which is right here, and the rectum, which is right here. The pancreas and rectum are both parts of the thoracic cavity. The pancreas in the rat works as a digestive enzyme and secretes insulin in the rat. Now that's it for the digestive system.
Next is the reproductive and excretory system. First, we'll be talking about the kidneys. There are two kidneys, right here and right over here under all that. They are reddish brown in color and are primary organs of the excretory system and are located in the posterior part of the abdominal cavity. Next, we will show you the renal arteries, which actually lead to the kidneys. They're very important in both humans and rats' body because they supply the kidneys with blood. Moving on is the adrenal glands. They are located close to the kidneys. Connected to the kidneys is the ureter, which you can see is a very stringy-like structure. Although it is small, it is a very important part of the excretory system. Next, I will show you the urethra, urinary bladder, and vagina, and finish up the parts of the system. Now, as you can see, we have a female rat. We can show you examples of the male parts of the rat later on to get you a better understanding. So first is the urinary bladder. The bladder obviously is a very important part of the rat and acts as a storage for the urination process. As you can see, the urinary bladder has a sort of V shape connected to it, which are called the horns of the uterus. And shape the vagina very well. Proximal to the horns are the ovaries, which are an important part of helping make more rats. Moving on is the urethra, which is inferior to the bladder but superior to the vagina. Urethra is in here. Vagina is right here. All parts of the excretory and reproductive system have important roles and help the rat function.